Hello YouTube, Jeremy Martin 72 here, and this is my how-to video on Samsung Internet Browser. The app is on the second row all the way to the left. It says Internet on it, and it looks like a galaxy or a planet or something. It's a ball with a rubber band around it. Alright, we'll go ahead and open that sucker up. And it seems that it usually goes to Google's homepage for default. And this is how you bookmark it. In the very top right hand corner is a star. And to the right of it is Samsung Internet Browser's own search bar. If you click on it, it opens the full thing up. So we're going to go from left to right on Samsung's address bar here. So all the way to the left where you see the Google and the little arrow that's pointing down, if you click on it, you can choose what kind of default browser that Samsung has. You know, if you prefer Yahoo, you switch over to Yahoo. And of course it'll show you a little icon of the browser type that you're using all the way in the top left hand corner. And DuckDuckGo is the only one out of the list that does not allow you to sign in or have a profile, and it's supposed to not track you. So it's supposed to be better as far as advertisements go. And all right, the highlighted words obviously is your search bar, and and it'll show up options and stuff like that, or places that you've been to and suggestions and stuff. And you always got the X button where you can just completely clear all that out and type whatever you want. And if you don't like that, just hit X and that'll always clear it right on out real quick and fast, right? Or you can sit there and tap on that, and your audio will be sent to Google to provide speech. Try saying something. Oh, don't give me that. My internet is connected. And I got mobile data. So don't give me that crap. To the... oh, come on, get back up there. Okay, anyways, you got the X, and of course, you can sit there and talk to Google on the microphone. And then you got this fuzzy little box here. This is a QR code, and I think I got something with a QR code around here somewhere. Oh, there you go. There's a QR code right there. All right. I'm going to take, it says here, product support for Hewlett-Packard. All right, so you're going to push that little fuzzy box up there, and it's going to access your camera, and then all right, I didn't even touch anything. You just got to get it to where it gets a good read of it, and it's supposed to open this, there it goes. I don't know, must be a lot of people watching 4K videos around the neighborhood. But anyways, that's what QR codes do. And that's my newest printer. I just got that the other day, and I've already made 2 videos on it. Dispelling the myth of not being able to print with a Chromebook. All right, where were we? Okay, yeah, that's it as far as the Samsung address bar goes. Let's close this thing out. All right, and of course at the very top right, the circle arrow is refresh. Now everything else underneath of that is the site that you're at, right? So, like, if you got your Google account, you can go ahead and sign into that. And, like, if you got your Yahoo account, you can go to Yahoo and sign into that. And if you got your Microsoft account, you could go to Bing and sign into that. And as long as you don't sign out of them, you'll always stay signed into them. So like, if you say, I'm bored of using Google, I want to use Bing, said nobody ever, then you can switch over to Bing or Yahoo or whatever. So I'm not even going to mess with showing you anything that's in there. All right, so if at the very bottom you got your directional buttons, back, forward, as far as sites that you've been to. Oh, excuse me, I got myself some root beer here. Home button, and you can edit what you want in the home buttons, mass edit, delete, whatnot, what have you. You can add new stuff if you want, and you can edit names of them. All right. The star pulls up your bookmarks. Now, these bookmarks could be synced with your Chrome browser. And also, they give you social sharing, magnifying glass for searching through your bookmarks. You can select which ones you want to social share with. And, you can edit or you can create bookmark folders. Lots of options. I really like this a lot better. I mean, anybody who's used Amazon Silk is going to see a lot of similarities in this system because they're both based on the same open source Android, which I do believe is now currently based on Android 7. And it is not YubiKey friendly. So, like, if you're a member of the Advanced Protection program for your Google account, you ain't going to get your Google account signed in here. And if you got keys protecting your accounts, keys aren't going to work very well on this Samsung internet. Okay, so we did the bookmarks. The next one is tabs. At the top left, you got the arrow to go back. You also got the option to close all and, social sharing, of course. And the three dots, you can select tabs to close. You can view your tabs as a list, and then you can hit X individually on each one. A list of your synced tabs. And your secret mode. For your secret tabs, you can put passwords on your secret tabs. So when you're on DuckDuckGo and you're looking for that beautiful ring that your girlfriend or wife has always wanted, you can use a password to protect yourself with it. Alright. And then, of course, at the bottom, big bold words, turn on secret mode or new tab. Alright, the hamburger at the very, very bottom right-hand corner. Alright, we'll start at the top of this. It's going to be downloads. This will be a list of all the downloads you did through the Samsung Internet browser. So it doesn't matter whether you're downloading from Bing or whatnot or what have you. If you download something, it's going to be in here, and you're not going to be able to download things like you would with Windows, like executable files and Android do not work together. History. All right, and just like you can pick what you want to delete, right? You can clear it all together. You got social sharing, right? And then you just hit the bottom. It's like on the last one, right? And I'm sorry, I did that a little too fast. Come on, there you go. And it's gonna share through the applications that you got, right? Or you can always do. I use this a lot. Copy to clipboard, right? And that way I got the best control over it. Saved pages, if you want to save a page. Add page. These are all the ways that you can file off what your favorite pages are and stuff like that. Home page, Home screen, quick access, bookmarks. The quick access should be these up there. All right, and you got social sharing. We've done that. I really don't want to do this. Okay, you got light mode. Ah! Turn it off! Turn it off! All right. All right, ad blockers. I would suggest not trusting free ad blockers. And if you do get ad blockers, do your homework. It's just like anything else. If you watch my videos, it's the same thing I tell you. You need to be security aware. You need to do your homework, and you need to find things that work for what you do. Right? Because these ad blockers, they're not all the same thing. And that's as far as I'm going with those. Find on page. This is how you search text on the actual page that you're on. It's a search within a search. Desktop version. Okay, so now we're in the actual desktop version of Google. And we'll go back to mobile version again. All right. Text size for whatever you're reading. If you need help, you can give it a higher percentage. If you want to see it take up a lot less room, you want to give it a smaller percentage. Add-ons. If you are in the Amazon ecosystem, you are going to want to turn on the Amazon Assistant. Ad blockers, I've already talked about that. Now, if you get yourself, if you have your own little ad blocker, you might want to check into that part, right? If you've already got yourself an ad blocker. Print, I'm not pushing that button. Settings. All right, this is the general settings for internet. Homepage, quick access. You can do. I got a custom page here. For my quick access, it says Jeremy Martin 72. Now, let's see if it actually works. Let's go over here. Let's pull up quick access. And there is a Facebook button right there. I wonder if that's the Facebook one that I put in there. Well, I guess. I don't know. I'm not putting my stuff in there just yet. So, anyways, where were we? Settings. Default search engine, you've already got that on the front page right to the left of Samsung's address bar. But if you want to pick one that's default in here, that's and also if you don't like that when you're typing in Samsung Internet's address bar and you don't like those suggestions of websites and search terms, there you go. This is how you get rid of that. If that aggravates you, me personally, I don't mind it too much. Appearance. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped something. It's Samsung sync with Samsung Cloud. You have to go to Samsung.com and get yourself a Samsung membership, and when you do, you will have like 5 gigabytes in the Samsung Cloud that you can sync this with, and you'll get like your synced bookmarks and all this other stuff, and then you can. There's a lot of cool stuff once you turn the clouds on and start syncing. Now let's go into appearance. Show status bar. Status bar is all the way up top where it's this thing right here, right? And if you want maximum real estate, you want to turn that off. All right, and that way you get the full Samsung Internet browser experience. Control the zoom on web pages. Some web pages act kind of funny when you try to zoom in and out on them. Same thing. This will make the web pages bigger or smaller if you are having problems seeing things. Privacy and security. If you're one of those privacy nuts, you're going to want to be in here and start turning stuff off. All right, this is your cookies. You can this goes across the entire board. So if this is anything that's inside of the Samsung Internet browser. So it don't matter whether you're at Google or Bing or whatever. If you turn these things on and off, it works across all of them. So if you turn that accept cookies off, it don't matter whether you're on Bing or Google, you're not going to get any cookies. Secret mode setting, you can hide all the wonderful gifts you're going to buy your wife by using a password, and you don't use the password that idiots use for their luggage, which is 12345. Delete browsing data. Okay, yeah, and this is like the advanced form right here. And it's very similar to Amazon Silk. These are your basics. It's usually like browser history, cache, and cookies, and site data. But if people want to keep their passwords and autofill data and location, stuff like that. But if you want, you can select all of them and delete it out. Autofill forms and usernames and passwords. And this is not in, like, say, if you go into Google and you put your account in there, and you go to Bing and you put your account in, it's not like this. Autofill forms and username and passwords is being saved into the Samsung Internet browser and will be shared inside of the 5 gigabytes of cloud space for your Samsung membership. Smart anti-tracking. I haven't messed with it very much, so I don't know how reliable it is. The same thing, ask sites not to track me. Same thing here. And the customization service is your Samsung membership that I was talking about. And personal information. I'm not going to go into that. You can go ahead and go into that. I'm not going into that. Not while I'm recording. Alright, so let's see. We did sync, appearance, privacy. Okay, sites and downloads. Manage website data. These are all the sites you've been to. That's how much data it takes up. Block pop-ups. Now, I've had experience with that on Samsung Internet Browser, and it works a lot better than Amazon Silk does. Notifications. If you go to www.aggravating-site.com, and as soon as you open up the page, it says they want to send you messages, and it's either block or accept. It's all going to be listed up here. Warn about malicious sites. If you want a nanny looking over your shoulder and telling you what sites you need to go to and what sites you shouldn't go to, leave that on. Report errors so you can help Samsung make their internet system better. Allow JavaScript. You get some pretty cool stuff out of JavaScript. Ask before starting downloads. Yes, that is important. You want to get prompted before they start downloading stuff onto your device. And Galaxy Tab A is actually a phone because you can make calls on it, even though it's a tablet. It's an 8-inch phone. So it's in this situation, it's phone or SD card, whereas your tablet, it might say tablet and SD card. So I got my 38 gigabytes in my phone and 128 gigabytes in my SD card. Alright, let's see. Useful features. Allow autoplay videos. If you love it when you're scrolling through sites and the videos just start playing and now all that aggravation, go ahead and turn that on. Show go to top button. Some sites that you go to when you start scrolling through them, in the bottom right or left hand corner, they'll have like a little arrow pointing up. And if you touch on that arrow, it'll bring you all the way back up to the top of the site. If you think that's aggravating, turn it off. Scroll bar. You can decide whether or not the Samsung Internet Browser scroll bar is on the right, the left, or nowhere to be seen by hiding it. QR code scanner. If you don't really care too much for the example that I showed you using the QR code and you're never going to use it, turn it off there. All right. High contrast mode is for people that have a hard time seeing stuff. And this about Samsung Internet is where you get all of the nerdy stuff with the open source licenses, and you're gonna see a lot of stuff about Android and Google and all that other stuff. And this should be based loosely on Android version 7-ish, somewhere around there. I follow the developers, but not religiously. I think that's it. All right, my brothers and sisters. To get this Samsung Internet browser, I could not find it on Google Play, and that kind of surprised me. If you can find it on Google Play, then hey, and you want to get this, then hey, good for you. Otherwise, I think the only place you can get it is Samsung Store. That's where I downloaded this one from. So, and I think you have to have a Samsung membership to go and download something from Samsung Store. My brothers and sisters, do your homework, be security aware online. Same thing with the ad blockers, do your homework. Not all the ad blockers are the same. Some of them do different things for different reasons, and you got to find the one that works for you and the one that you can afford and all that other stuff. And Google on.